George, welcome to Dublin.
Thank you very much.
Listen, you're playing Longitude later this afternoon. Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, a lot. I actually, because it's kind of the sister festival of Latitude, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I went to Latitude when I was about 16, 17, and I loved that. So
festival-wise, obviously, you played Glastonbury. That must have been quite an experience.
Yeah, it was. I played. Yeah, this year I played it with the band for the first time, which was great. Do you know what was a big experience as well? Tea in the Park, because I'd never been.
Really?
And the Scots love it. They were crazy. Yeah, it was great.
up for the crack.
Yeah, exactly.
You've had a massive year, and you know your debut album was just released at the end of the month. That must have been a really nice birthday present.
It was, yeah. It was. It's just quite strange. It's nice for it to be out now. It's nice now that I know people. There's more chance that they will know the songs. You know, it's nice.
Did you expect it so soon, or did you?
What, to be releasing?
Yeah, because obviously you released your first EP in October and then the second one there in March. Or...
I don't know. I've got this inability to realise what's happening until about 6 months later. So if in 6 months we have a chat, I'll be able to talk about the album release a bit better. It's all kind of everything's going so fast. But I'm just trying to enjoy the release, you know. It's in my nature to kind of move on quite quickly from things. And I'm deliberately making sure I enjoy this, you know, while it's here.
Now, if we go back to, you know, your early influences, how did you get it? Like, how did you get into music? Was it something that you knew that you always wanted to pursue? No,
like at first I think it was just friends were doing it. I must have been like 13. It's just a good time, you know. Good way to waste time, I think, at that age. But then, sure enough, like people lost interest in it, and I gained a genuine interest in it, kind of thing. But I did leave school when I was about 16 to study music.
Okay.
But even then, I had no. You can't plan to be a touring musician. I don't know.
Like early influences. What music would have inspired you? What did you listen to?
Well, like me and my friends were listening to a lot of, there was Kings of Leon, Arctic Monkeys, Mystery Jets, and all of them. They were coming out while I was kind of 14. But then I was listening to a lot of Paul Simon, Tom Waits, Van Morrison, Bob Dylan, like all of these guys. And then that kind of opened up a lot of older music that I fell in love with.
How does it feel like, you know, Bob Dylan is a name that gets thrown about when George Ezra is mentioned? That must be quite...
Yeah, I think the thing is, when I first started being interviewed by people, they say, what do you listen to? And you just go for like your staple three.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is easy. But you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot, because then people assume that you've only heard 3 artists. I mean, it is great that it's Bob Dylan. I mean, it could be worse, but...
If you had to claim a song by another artist as your own, what would it be?
Maybe Wrecking Ball.
You love Miley Cyrus. What is there's a serious infatuation. I've been following you on Twitter.
Well, it started as a joke. Like I'd never watched something
so
grow that be that huge. So I was just fascinated by it, and I used to joke about the whole situation. And then I realised I actually quite enjoyed it. I went to see her live in Amsterdam about a month ago or so, and she's mental.
Oh no, she is. I won't argue with you there.
She's crazy. I think that's what I like about it.
Do you have a favourite song to perform?
To perform with the band, I love playing "Stand By Your Gun," which is a song on the album. And it's kind of, at the moment we're doing the set so that the band leave the stage and I play 2 songs by myself in the middle, and then they come back on and we go in with that song, and it's quite energetic. It's good.
How do you battle nerves? Would you have a drink before a gig?
Honey and lemon before the gig, and then gin and tonic after.
Good,
the thing is, if I drink before a gig, I seem to think I'm funnier than I am, and my crack gets a lot worse, and it's no good for anyone.
And do you, like, I know it goes without saying that you would like to pick up an award next year, but if there was one award that you had to win, that you'd want to even be nominated?
I hadn't thought about that. Nominated, it would be nice to be nominated for maybe an Oscar. That'd be great.
Oscar for the lyric video.
Yeah, exactly. No, I don't know really. Maybe Mercury would be cool.
Yeah,
that'd be cool to be nominated for that.
If you had to put yourself into like a category into a genre, or describe your music, how would you?
Well, I think due to how I was saying, like when I was a teenager and those bands were coming out, and then what I was listening to myself, it's strange because I think my album is a pop album, but it's kind of bluesy, and that makes, like if someone said I'm pop blues, I'd be like, shut up, pop blues does not exist, go away. But I've managed to find myself somewhere in that world.
In between.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the thing is, it's a whole mixing pot. The nice thing on the album is there's some, I do feel that it flows. Deliberately, I was trying to make, instead of thinking how should the album sound, I was thinking how should each song sound. And in that way, I think I've given myself leeway for the future to go a lot of different routes, and people won't be like, why is he doing that? Where's that come from? It will kind of fit.
If you had to choose an artist to work with, to collaborate with now in a future project, what would?
Do you know Eels, the band?
Yes.
Eels? I'd love to do something with E from the Eels. But that'd be me indulging kind of thing. I don't really know. No, that'd be cool.
Okay. And the last thing I'll ask you, is there any Irish artist that I know you've mentioned Van Morrison.
I was going to say Van Morrison.
I love Van, so that's the perfect answer.
Cool.
Well, listen, thanks a million, and I know the crowd are going to go wild because you're going to be singing Have You Seen the Rain in the Rain, which is lovely.
yeah, exactly.
Listen, thanks a million.
No worries, thank you.